already consolidated a couple positions.
Good afternoon. It is approximately 12:21. My name is Mike Kelly. It is the 13th of February, 2025. We are here as a Board of County Commissioners for an agenda review for the February 20th, 2025 business session. At this time, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioner Fast.
Aye.
Commissioner Myers.
Myers, aye.
Commissioner Brewer.
Brewer here.
Commissioner Hanslick.
Hanslick here.
Commissioner Ashcraft.
Here.
Commissioner Allenbrand.
Allenbrand, aye.
And Chairman Kelly.
I am here. All are present. Would the clerk read item number 1, please?
Consider approving the January 30th, 2025 business session minutes.
Any questions on those minutes? Seeing none, would the clerk read item number 2, please?
Resolution number 018-25, considers City of Gardner application number FDP-24-304-09 for Prairie Trace Meadows, 4th plat, a residential subdivision comprised of 20 lots on approximately 4.82 acres located south of 175th Street and west of Clara Road and within 1 mile of New Century Air Center.
Zoe Brown here from the Planning Department to present this item. Ms. Brown, welcome back.
Thank you. Good morning, or it's afternoon now, actually. Zoe Brown Planning. Today I have for you a final development plan and final plat in the city of Gardner and within the 1 mile airport review area. The subject property is located south of 175th Street and west of Clare Road. The application is Prairie Trace Meadows, 4th plat, a residential subdivision comprised of 20 lots on 4.28 acres at a density of 4.1 units per acre. The proposed lots range in size from about 6,000 square feet to 15,000 square feet. The property is zoned RP2, Plan 2 Family Residential. The proposed location, size, and density of lots and tracts in Prairie Trace Meadows are consistent with the approved preliminary development plan for the subdivision. The subject property is currently vacant. The property has residential zoning on all sides, and the surrounding area is residential or vacant. The subject property is located within Safety Zone 6. According to the compatibility criteria matrix, residential uses are permitted in Zone 6, and there's no limit to the number of dwelling units per acre. The proposed plat meets the criteria for the criteria matrix. Based on the location of the subject property, portions of the proposed development are subject to FAA regulations. The applicant has submitted the required notice to the FAA, and a determination shall be completed prior to the issuance of building permits by the city. Staff and the Airport Commission recommend approval for the application, subject to the stipulations in the report.
Well, Ms. Brown, thank you very much. Pretty straightforward here with this 4th plat. Nice to see new houses coming to our community, but fully meets all airport compatibility. And I'm glad that not only the staff, but the Airport Commission felt similarly. Commissioner Allenbrand, this is your district.
Yes, thank you, Chair, and you're exactly right. It meets all the criteria. It's gone through the City of Gardner, gone through the Airport Commission, and now here, and they're ready to move forward on their 4th and final plat. No one spoke against this, so it meets all the criteria.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Brown, just to confirm, there are no water features.
No.
Thank you.
Commissioner Brewer?
Just wanting to make sure I understood. I have no problem with this. I just want to make sure I understood everything that I read. So R2, does that mean these will be duplexes?
I'm not sure. The houses that they provided in their plans were single family.
Okay.
But it might also allow for duplexes.
That's what I was confused about, is it looked like the plating was for single family, but the R2, so I was a little confused about that. And then other language in the briefing sheet leads me to believe that there is some notification as they build on this of anybody potential buyer of their proximity to the airport. That's part of what they'll do because of where this is at.
Yes, so they will record an affidavit of interest that notes that it is within the airport influence area.
Okay.
And it's noted on the plat as well.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you.
Seeing no further questions, we'll move on. Thank you very much, Ms. Brown. Would the clerk read item number 3?
Resolution number 021-25, consider City of Overland Park, application number REZ 2024-00014 for rezoning from RUR-J, Rural District, Johnson County, to R-1, Single Family Residential District on 40 acres for the Century Farms North Development, located at the northwest corner of 167th Street and Quivira Road, Overland Park, Kansas, and located within 1 mile of Johnson County Executive Airport.
Thank you very much. Diane Wicklund back to report on this one. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you. Diane Wicklund, Planning Department. So the subject property is located at the corner of 167th Street and Quivira Road, as shown here on the vicinity map. The property is located within the City of Overland Park and is located within 1 mile of the Executive Airport, which is why the application is before you for review of airport compatibility. This application is for rezoning to the city's R1 single-family residential district on 40 acres for the Century Farms North development. Just a couple of graphics here. So this is just an aerial view of the surrounding area. Subject property is outlined in blue. And then this is the safety zone map. You'll see the red square just indicating the location of the property on the safety zone map, showing that it's in that safety zone 6 area. And so there is no limit on the density of residential use in that safety zone 6. So the proposed rezoning does meet that criteria for the compatibility matrix. Planning staff recommends approval. And on January 22nd, the Airport Commission also recommended approval of the application and had no concerns or issues with the rezoning request. Also to note that there were no members of the public that spoke on this application at the meeting. And with that, I'm available for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Wicklund. Commissioner Brewer, this is in your district.
So this was timely because first of all, thank you for the presentation. This was timely because I had that opportunity to discuss with Brian Johnson to kind of get that Airport Commission overview. And knowing that the Johnson County Executive Airport in District 3 does have a lot of housing density around it, this is one of the issues that we discussed. And as you shared, there wasn't any objection, there wasn't any folks that came out. And if I'm correct, this is the continuation of an already, a housing development that had already been building in that area, and this is like a continuation of their north, because I think that housing division to the south is also part of the same.
That Century Farms
Yeah, Century
development.
Farms.
Yes, that's correct. And you can kind of see you're correct that this is kind of on the north side, but that south side, you can see all the development there, and that
It
is
was also Century
a part
Farms.
of
So
that.
it's a continuation of a planned single-family housing development, so
Correct.
thank you.
Commissioner Ashcraft.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Wicklund, no water features of any substance in that area, is there?
Well, so this, for this particular application, this is only for the rezoning application. And so they'll come back through for preliminary and final plats. At that time, we'll know kind of what the water features, or if any, kind of how they're doing stormwater. We'll know at that point.
Streamway just north of it, correct?
I believe so. I think you can kind of see that, yeah. So
didn't-
we'll, yeah.
I was just wondering if there was going to be any stormwater retention basins or anything like that.
Yeah, there may be, and we'll know that when they come in with their plat application.
Thank you.
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer, a follow-up.
And as I recall from the briefing sheet, a stipulation of the Airport Commission's approval is that they have to come back with that plat. And then if there's a concern from the Airport Commission, it will come back to us as well.
That's correct.
That's, okay, thank you.
All right, any further questions on this rezoning request? Seeing none, thank you very much, Ms. Wicklund. Those are all the items on the printed agenda, therefore we are adjourned. Thank you all very much. Everybody have a safe afternoon.
Thank you, Chair.